Boom. Johnny Fitz, thanks man for coming on and chatting a little bit about fasting. Where I want to start with is just like, what's the best benefit of a fast for you? Like, if you were to pick one thing that you sort of get, what would that be?
One thing, I think the one thing changes, but the one thing that comes to mind now is the discipline. It's the ability to actually say no. I find a lot of, I don't want to say strength in that, but I find a lot of the discipline definitely helps with just like knowing that I can't eat today and that resilience, even when cooking's going on or when you're driving past the bakery or whatever. I've come to love that discipline, what that does for me. I think it affects all areas of life.
Yeah, 100%. That's one of the things I like about it is like I struggle when there's loads of variables, but when it's just simple, clean cut, it's like that powdered soup is what you're eating today, and then this other powdered soup is what you're eating in the evening, and you got your little bar, so you don't really have to think. You don't have to waste mental energy trying to go, oh, what am I going to cook? What am I going to eat? I'm not eating this. I'm not eating that. It's sort of simple. And the other thing that I like from it, and I'm not sure if you noticed this, but after doing the fast, I find I've more discipline. It carries on. It's like I'm left with this discipline exercise or muscle that I've worked for a week really intensely. And then I'm able to give myself a bit of cop on of like, you might have the following week, you're like, I'll just have an L snack. It's like, what are you talking about, chap? Like, you're after having breakfast, lunch, and now you're looking for biscuits at 4 o'clock. You don't need them, chap. Do you not remember last week when you ate nothing? So you're able to just give yourself a sort of snap out of it. Like, what's this? What's going on here?
That's another
Find that.
big one of the biggest ones as well. Yeah, with 100%. And another big one is the appreciation for food.
Yeah, oh yeah.
One of the biggest takeaways is actually like because it's funny because right after that last 5 day, I told myself and the kids that I was going to fast every Monday in Lent.
Yeah,
So I went straight back into a Monday fast, and I've done yesterday. So I've done three Monday fasts since then,
unreal.
and it's just that it's the appreciation when I actually get to sit and eat. You know what I mean? It's like really, really cherishing it. Like I don't want to fill up with stuff that's not actually fueling me because another one of the best parts about that's why they change. Like it's the midsection shrinking. You feel it. It starts to kind of go in. I could feel the gurgles, and I just feel a little tightness, and I love that feeling.
We've seen the pictures. Johnny does be absolutely ripped coming off the fast. He's in super shape anyway, but give a 5 day fast and the man has a 0% body fat or something like that. But and I suppose that's the discipline there. If you've been fasting since Monday, since you finished that fast, like that's unbelievable. And one of my favorite times about the fast, just thinking about it now, is the Monday after the fast when you wake up and it's back to the working week. You're back into the normal routine, but it's just and you won't get this. You'll get this on a Tuesday now because of what you're doing. But for me, it's just like, geez, I can have me scrambled eggs. Like the simple things are just like you're grateful for them because you take them for granted normally. But you do a 5 day with us when yeah, you're getting a bit of food, but they ain't Sunday dinners as we know. It's not the tastiest food on the planet. So that when you have the ability to go and have your eggs or whatever your breakfast is, it's just like, for me, I don't know, it puts a smile on my face and it still does it. Every Monday, I'm like, oh, it's not a fasting week, deadly. Because when it is a fasting week, you're like, oh shit, here we go. Um,
Yeah.
and the appreciation, and I guess as well, you'll know coming off the fast on the Saturday morning, whatever you put in your mouth is like the nicest thing you've ever tasted in your life. No matter how poorly
Oh
you've
yeah,
cooked it.
I had a quarter of an egg, man. I got loads of. I was craving streaky bacon coming off this one, and I got streaky bacon. I got some eggs. I got some rocket. We cooked up some boiled eggs, and I ate a quarter of an egg and some rocket leaf. And a tiny bit of sourdough toast. I just really wasn't in the humour of loading up. It's actually everyone is different. You find that like it's like getting into the cold water. You have a different experience almost every time. It's not really the same.
Yeah, and it's always like that. By day two, you're like, oh, I can't wait till Saturday. I'm gonna eat everything, and then by Friday, you'll know it. How many have you done? You've done about three with me, at least, I'd say. Uh, you start to
Yeah,
see the
straight probably four.
yeah, maybe even four. You start to see the messages in the group. If I'm not hungry, do I have to eat on Saturday morning? And it's just like it's just how the body changes, and you just because the body's working so efficiently and running on its own body fat, and people feel so good. You don't wake up on Saturday morning starving. You wake up mentally if it's your first fast. Like you'd have more control now because you're super disciplined. But you don't wake up physically hungry. You're just mentally you want to put something taste on your taste buds as opposed to needing the food for energy. So it does be funny, and some people are like, yeah, I didn't have anything to eat until 6 o'clock Saturday or whatever, whereas you think they're going to be like,
Head fuck. It's a head fuck.
yeah,
It
you're going to
really is. A
crawl the
lot of it is
ball.
mental,
Like,
isn't
what's that?
it? A lot of it really is mental.
Totally, yeah.
Like the videos definitely help when you're going through it and the videos come in. Like I almost forget, and that is my turn people off. I wouldn't say, well, but by Thursday when it gets emotional, like sometimes it's deep shit. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
just coming up, and you kind of. I noticed that I never have certain cravings, and it's usually on a Thursday certain things come up, but it's usually just something I don't want to feel. It
Yeah.
only lasts a few minutes. Once it just stay, I was like, fuck, it's actually bringing awareness of something, and the niggles in the knee or the niggles in the elbow, that kind of stuff. It's so powerful, and I think the hardest part, well, for me, the hardest part is actually saying I'm gonna do it, the next one. And
Yeah.
then and then I get the message, and then it's like, okay, the day is set now. I'm doing it. That's the
I'm
hardest
at, I'm
part for
at,
me is to kind of say I'm going to do it.
yeah, once you text me, you're sort of locked in. Like, you're like, oh, feck it, I'm after telling them that. I'm like that.
Yeah,
Once I have my word, like, if I say I'm going to do something, that's why I'll say it online. Because I'm like,
yeah,
I can't not do it now because I told everyone I'm going to do it. Even though no one will probably care or notice. To me, it's like it
yeah.
locks me in with the accountability.
Yeah.
Um, from someone who's experienced then and doing it, like, how do you find day one? Or do you do any prep? Let's start at the very beginning, Johnny. Do you do any prep before the fast, or do you just go straight into it? I don't do any prep. I have pints on a Sunday and I start on a
Yeah,
Monday.
yes, and no. I think the politically correct answer is to say like wean yourself off sugar and caffeine and bread, but I don't. I kind of almost the opposite. I kind of try to
Yeah,
get as much of it into me a lot of the time.
yeah,
Yesterday was this Sunday was the first Sunday that I didn't do that. Going back onto the Monday one, I kind of had a yogurt and fruit on Sunday night. But other than that, I've been kind of taking advantage of the fact that I'm going to fast tomorrow. I was kind of,
right.
but that's the other thing. I find that by the time sometimes the fasts roll around, you kind of, I don't really like chicken fillet rolls, for an example.
Yeah,
Right now, I would rather go hungry if I can. Like if I only have a spar for a chicken fillet roll, I don't want. I'd rather go hungry, honestly,
yeah,
or I drive on. But by the time but before the fast, sometimes you're kind of back into that habit of eating that kind of a thing. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Whereas the reset, then you kind of don't want to put that back into the body. So
It breaks that cycle. And how do you
it does.
find the first day? Like in the kit, in the first day, I think you get a lot of food. Like I think for us now, when your
Yeah,
metabolism is,
yeah.
your first fast, people have a terrible metabolism. You've done four or so, so I know your metabolism is better. I bet you don't eat all your food in your box on your first day, do you? Or do you?
Because I've done fasts before this, I feel like I'm cheating with this, man. I'm mind blown as to how this works.
Yeah,
Like I genuinely, because I have that thing to look forward to. Like
yeah,
I kind of tend to either leave it all the way to the end and then don't finish it. I kind of rather have it towards the end of the day.
me too.
So like I'd rather not rush through the stuff because like if I have to or whatever, if I really feel the pangs and I'll
Yeah,
satiate myself and I'll savor some of the crackers or whatever. But yes, I tend to keep it towards the end of the day. And I had soups back to back once or twice this time.
yeah,
Like I had one after the other because I had them left. I still had them at the end of the
yeah.
day.
It's
Like
like a feast.
day one is relatively easy, and I feel like I'm cheating doing this one. That's my answer to that question because I've fasted. The first one I've done, I think I connected with you. I couldn't get the pack of them 5 days water.
Yeah,
So, but the very first, I'll tell this story. The very first fast that I ever remember doing, I cracked like it was a cleanse day, and about 10 p.m. I ordered the pizza and chips. Like
I've done it, man.
2004
I've done that as well. I'm fast. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Told no one, so it's very easy to go. Ah, feck that. I'll do it next week. You're like 4 o'clock on a Monday. You're like, ah, feck this. I'm having food. You break.
Yeah.
Um,
Then you don't feel good, don't you? Know? Then when you do it, you're like I shouldn't have done that.
yeah, yeah. No, it's just one small moment of weakness, and
Yeah.
I think like that's why I encourage people to do it with me because it's too hard on your own. Like I've water fasted, and I don't think I'll ever water fast again. Maybe I will. I won't say never. Never say never with anything. But just if I can get all the results of this, and it's so much easier. Like why would I make it harder for myself? Like life's all about modern life is about efficiency and giving you more for less, and technology makes things cheaper and faster and better and easier. And with fasting, yeah, you can do it the miserable old way, or you can biohack it and still get the same results. So I don't feel like I'm cheating. I just feel like I'm biohacking, and I'm like, I don't
No, to
care
me,
if
it's
it
like it's
works.
like
It
I've
works.
done it the hard way. I've done it the hard way. It feels like this is a doddle in lots of ways. It's a doddle, and then it comes to a point like on day three, day four, you're really getting to the best parts of the fast that you can't get on a 1 or 2 day. So that's where another
Yeah,
point. Once you get to that hump, it's like you're always psychologically you need 4 days left, 3 days left, but they 3, 4, and 5 really are the powerful days with the healing and the aspects of it.
it's when you really start to feel good. Like I find day one is fine. There's so much food in the box. I can't eat it all. It's just like it's a normal day. Um, day two is when it's like you start feeling a bit sorry for yourself, and sometimes there can be
Why did I
challenges.
do this?
Yeah, not really like why did I do it? Because you know the benefits are coming. You're just like looking at the clock going, okay, it's 4 o'clock now. I'll just get a walk in. That'll knock off another hour or so. And you're just trying to waste some time. By day three, you're sort of starting to feel because you're in ketosis now and you're starting cellular autophagy. The hunger sort of goes away then, and it's more just pangs of mental hunger. But you've pangs of mental hunger, which are to me they're the negative. But then the positive is I feel more grounded. I feel more clear thinking. I'm sleeping so much better. So it's not that you're just getting all negatives. You're getting positives that you don't really feel. And then they just build by day four. I feel even better. People would be like, oh, all the coffee drinkers would be like, oh, I have a coffee headache on day two. And, but then by day four, you see people who are in absolute misery on day two and they're like, I feel amazing. And they're just buzzing. And, how do you find, like, let's say day four, day five, you're working, you're managing a young family, you're a busy man. Like, how are you finding are you able to function on the fast? You have a physical career, like.
I think my mind goes like almost like probably even day one, my mind goes to a place where I don't have energy to waste thinking, if that makes sense. I don't know whether that's the same for you. Like I don't have the same level of thought or it's kind of like I feel like I have no energy, but it's just mental because my body is still very physically strong. My body is well able. Like the way you tell the story of like, I actually, I actually really felt that desire to kill food this time around. Like I just wanted to go chase something, or grab it and catch it and eat it. I really genuinely, primitively felt that. She was laughing, but it was actually nuts. That I never felt that before. So yeah, my physical tends to be there. It's more a case of my brain just goes down. The volume of my brain goes down relatively early on in the fast, and I know I feel that fast is feeling quickly in my head.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like you you don't want to think too hard because your brain just doesn't want
Present or something.
to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I find later in the week it's fine. My brain starts running well, and I start getting all these great business ideas and personal ideas, and I'm like, okay, I find like I shouldn't be doing that. That's not serving me, and I need to do more of that. I used to do that. I want need to get that back. But early in the week, it's like you know you, you're very entrepreneurial. You understand the game of doing things yourself, and the weight of decision making is like, I'm not doing that today. I'm doing my fast. I'm getting through the Tuesday fast. I'll worry about that on Friday or next Monday. I know I'm going to be on a superpower. Um, have you explored much of the science of what goes on in the body during the fast?
Have I explored it? No. Am I aware enough through you? And
You
yeah, I'm
felt it
definitely
though.
aware enough. I'm not. I don't necessarily. I haven't dove too far into it. Like I started years ago in a network marketing company where I done cleanse days. That's what it was.
Yeah,
It was a cleanse day, and I had a berry tea, and I had these little chocolate powdery chalky things. That's what got me into it. And then it's just like health and spiritual, physical. I kind of have a little understanding, but not. I've never went all the way in now.
yeah. Ah, no, it's magical. Some people do, some people don't. I suppose I have to because I'm meant to be the expert. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
It
it's
was like
like,
I don't know how the car works, but I'll drive it. Kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah, you're dead right. You don't need to know how it works. You just know you get the benefits, and you get the exact same benefits than someone who spends all their time figuring out all the science. But yeah, no, it's pretty magic stuff, and that's I guess why I share some of the, you're probably underselling yourself there. You have a good idea of most of the stuff because you've watched all the videos and stuff. Um,
Your videos are very helpful. Like when it comes to like what's happening and reversing all these different things, like putting years onto your life longevity, and especially the day 4 and 5. Like I came up my mountain bike years ago. I told you before, so I really start to feel that kneecap doing a few bits and pieces by Thursday, Friday. Like
that's stem cells. Your body's starting to heal itself.
yeah,
It's creating stem cells. Like wealthy people go and buy stem cells for a couple of hundred grand, and they ain't near as good as the ones that we can create in our body just by reducing our calories to micro or going for a fast for like 3 days. You start to go into stem cell hyperproduction, so your body gets a chance to work on all these chronic things that just sit there, never getting any attention for years and decades and forever. So yeah, no, it's really magic. We won't go into the science. I was just wondering, but I like that analogy. I just drive the car. I don't need to know how it works. You're dead right, folks.
fully, yeah, like I fully, but there's so many benefits. Like and the connectedness. Like if you my week tends to be busy lately, but in an ideal world, I have done some fasts where I haven't had too many places to be. That's the best. Like what you're saying, that them ideas. It's like after a long workout sauna kind of a vibe where you've burned all the calories and you're just sitting there in that zen space. I love that too. But another big thing that I think for someone who's never fasted before, most of the time when we think we're hungry, we're not. You know,
Yeah,
literally, we're thinking that we're hungry, but more often than not, it's not hunger. I think that was one of the biggest takeaways that I've learned from fasting. Another one of them, I guess. But it was like most of the times when I think about food, it's stress related, or it's a time of the day, or I'm tired, or there's something I don't want to feel. It's actually not hunger, which is
yeah.
mind blowing.
It's just one of the things I don't know if the fasting is part of it, but I used to always have my coffee on the fasts, and then I was like, I don't think coffee's good for me. I have too much energy, and this gives me more energy. Like, overproduction. I can't sleep. I'm already up to 90. So I gave up coffee, and I still find it difficult. And it's not that I need the energy from it. It's just I like the taste of it. And whenever my wife's making a coffee in the morning, I'm like, oh, that smells lovely. But I have the discipline, and I think it's just from fasting to go. If I have one cup of coffee, I was having like three cappuccinos a day, every day, plus a coffee at home. Like I'm like, if I have one, like an alcoholic, I'll be back at it again. So I just leave it off. But it's fine. Like once you build the discipline, you exercise that muscle. It's amazing how stronger it gets. Like, um, what about? I won't keep you too long because I know you've probably plenty of more interesting things to be at.
No stress.
But but what do you notice in the days, weeks, or months after doing it, other than your
This
rip?
one here, this one here, this one here. Once I started with you, when I actually podcasted you the time, I said I'll do the next one with you. I kind of said to myself in that moment, I'm going to do a spring one and an autumn one. I'm going to do
Yeah,
like one in the spring and one in the autumn. That's what
twice
I
a
keep
year.
myself to. Yeah, this one right now is I'm really feeling like I kind of got a little bit chesty this last week. I was coughing up mad stuff, and it wasn't an infection or anything like that. So this time around, I can speak about complete rejuvenation and and a complete change. And even it's something as simple as I don't really want as much beef as I used to crave. I'm leaning more towards chicken and broccoli. I haven't got it yet, but that's what I feel my diet is going towards. It's a complete another shift. So complete another reset. And the fact that we've done it so many times now, I'd rather skip a meal more often than not than eat something that's not going to actually fuel me. I'm very mindful of that energy exchange. Let me say it that way.
Yeah,
Am I getting anything from this, or am I just going to use energy to break it all down?
yeah, yeah.
That's a big piece. I think that's a big piece for me.
That's really cool. Yeah, and one of the things about the science maybe is because you get more insulin sensitive, you're able to extract more energy out of your food, so you naturally don't eat as much. So that's why I've found, it wouldn't be something you've ever been through, but people who've done the fast who would be overweight. And then after the fast, it's always you see it. They're out in a restaurant. You've probably seen that one. I've seen it a few times, and there's half a plate of food going. Dinny, what have you done to my stomach? I can't finish this food, and I was looking forward to this all week. And it's just that because they're now more insulin sensitive and their hormones are back balanced and working as they should, and all the sugar cravings and all the fact that the sugar messes up the whole hormonal system and the food signaling, that without trying, without needing discipline, naturally you're just satiated earlier in your plate, so you don't eat as big portions. And it's totally counter to the eat less, move more, high carb government bullshit that we're all fed that just got everyone fat, which is you need to use your discipline to not eat. Now you're working with your body because that diet drives your insulin high, so you're constantly hungry, and it's so difficult. That's why everyone fails at it. Whereas with this, you're working with your body, you're working with your hormones, and you don't even have to try. It just naturally happens when your hormones are better balanced. Your body can is more sensitive to your insulin. You're satiated earlier, and you just don't eat as much, and you're not trying to do anything. It's to me, it's fucking magic.
It's
I
mad
think.
that you say that. It is mad that you say that because when I first started that, man, I had got weight to lose. Like I was pudgy. Like I was way more pudgy, and I was one of those guys who ate deep fat fried chips for most of my life. Like so, for up 25 years, I was like deep fat fried everything. I had ham, turkey, and deep fat fried chips for Christmas. That's genuinely what I ate. So by starting to fast, it really did snap me out of eating like a fool in lots of ways. Honestly.
Yeah, fair play. Just as we finish up, is there anything else we haven't covered? Or anything else you'd like to mention on it? And fair play for coming on. Really appreciate you giving me a bit of time, and I think it'll be really insightful. It's all well and good me talking about fasting, but it's good to hear from, someone else who's confident to come on and have a chat about it.
Yeah. But no, I think the main thing that if someone wasn't going to start, it wasn't or hasn't done one yet, is to actually just pick a date and go. Because the community that you have there really does help. Because like you say, sometimes people are up, sometimes people are down. But if you actually say yes, go and do this. I say this: there's 365 days in a year. What's five of them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, what is 5 days out of a year where you get to eat every single other day? You'll survive. And that piece that you say about back in the day, we had to chase our food and we didn't have fridges, so we would have had to go a few days without eating something. So
it's when the body repairs itself. It's essential, and just modern life has brainwashed us into taking away something that's so essential. And most of the things big pharma's solving could be solved by just, not everything obviously, but a hell of a lot of our metabolic diseases would all be solved by fasting.
And a lot of people think they can't do it. Like I've said it to you, if this conversation comes up every now and again, people in the gym say it to me and stuff like that. Like people literally, one guy said to me, like, I would literally kill someone. That's literally what he said. Well, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I would literally kill someone. Like, so it's crazy. We do, so many of us think we can't do it until we actually do it.
Yeah, and what I always say to people is, like, it's a 5 day fast, but like, convince yourself you're going to do 2 days and sign up, and then you'll have 3 days of a kit to come and join us for a 3 day fast in 6 months' time or a year's time or whatever. Inevitably, anyone I've said that to will always do more. Like, most people end up doing the 5 days and they'll come because each day becomes easier. People think that the second day will be harder than the first day, and the third day is even harder than the second. It's the exact opposite. The first day is hard, the second day is difficult, the third day you start feeling great, the fourth day you start feeling unreal, the fifth day you've absolutely no hunger, you're spiritually aligned, you're mentally in a good place, you're emotionally in a good place, you're you're just grateful for life, and not material stuff, just everything you have. And then you finish the fast, you feel like a superhero for weeks after it. So I think starting, as you say, commit, put a date down, start, and see how you go. And if you do 1 day and you've never done a 1 day fast, well, congratulations, that's 100% result.
And why do you want to do it? I'd say to you, like, why? Because you got a whole host of reasons, yeah. Like, there's lots of reasons. So, if you like, sometimes you might want to have your t-shirt off at the pool with your son, or you might want to, reverse aging, or whatever your why is. Like, is it worth 5 days? Is it worth giving this thing a crack? Probably.
Yeah, you want to not die.
Yeah,
that seems to be a reason for a lot of our repeat people. They just feel the difference, and some of them have explored I see a lot more stuff coming up on fasting on social media now, so people are starting to learn a bit more. And there's men in white coats telling them, this makes you live longer, this reduces your chance of cancer by 30%, 40%, whatever the study. So people are like, well, it's 5 days, it makes me feel amazing, it's not that hard, I have to do it once or twice a year, and I'm probably going to live longer and reduce my chance of all this nasty stuff.
And you get to eat. I think that's a big. And you get to eat. Like, I actually really enjoy. Like, I've been lucky with the packs, I think, but I actually really enjoy them. Like, a cup of tea can feel like a soup sometimes on a fast. So, like, you really get to. You actually have something to get through the day.
When you've done water fast, when you've water fasted, I've water fasted for a week as well, and it's a tough experience. Like, it is. It's something that I used to do because I was like, I want to do something for my longevity, and I dreaded it every year coming up. I'd be like, oh fuck, here comes this thing again. Oh, I can't do it. Whereas now with the fasting mimicking diet, it's like, yeah, bam, 4 a year, no problem. Why not? Sure. It's just it's so much easier because you get to eat. It's almost cheating, as you say.
Yeah. Well, it's like the psychological thing is there. Like, you can spread it out and have 3 meals and sit down, regardless of what you're doing, you can actually still go and have a little soup or have a little nibble. If you can see how disciplined you are, I often say I'm going to nibble this bar or whatever, but I end up kind of quietly going through the whole thing.
Annihilating it. Johnny, fair play. I want to thank you for coming on, give your time and give your insights into the fast. And it's been awesome we know each other years. Geez, we met a good while ago, and it's been, I think we're sort of similar personalities, and it's good to see you having success with it, man. Thanks very much for coming on and sharing some of your insights with the guys. I think it'd be really beneficial.
Yeah, thank you, man.